dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colours of a rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, "How do you do?" They're really saying, "I love you." I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Quite simply wonderful.
Good morning. Welcome to Vision Sunday Celebration. I'm so glad that you're tuning in with us and sharing this morning of song and talk and spirituality and upliftment. That's a word. I think it is. But before we do anything, let's pray in. I give great thanks for this day. I know it is the day that Spirit has created just for us, and I know that it creates perfect days. I know that this day is filled with God. It is filled with Spirit. It is filled with all of the qualities. And I know that we are as well, because Spirit has given itself to all of its creations. So everything from abundance to beauty and balance and unity and freedom and peace, all of those qualities that we attribute to Spirit, we know are within us. It is within all of creation. And we are the place where these qualities show up on earth as us, giving great thanks for this day, for everything in it, for everything it will become, because it becomes that with our conscious choosing. We know and accept that God is all there is. It is whole, perfect, and complete. It is our life right here and right now, and so it is. Good morning. I'm so glad to be with you all right now. I have some news to tell you this morning. I wanted to just share with you that our dear friend, founding member, Lou Schlenz, made her transition this past week. We just pray with her on her unfolding journey, and we pray peace for her family. We know and accept that her life is one moment of the eternal life of Spirit. So I wanted to share that with you before we talk about it in the meditation and the memorial candle. How are you doing this morning? How's everything in your life? What's going on with our sheltering in place? I know that people are starting to get a little antsy and a little anxious, and when are we opening and when are the doors going to be open? And I want to assure you that we will take our time with our reopening. We want to make sure that everyone is safe, everyone is healthy, and so we're not going to rush to open. We will absolutely look at all the guidelines for reopening, and we want, up till this point, everyone, all of the Vision community is sheltering at home. We're safe, we're healthy, and we want to keep it that way. We don't want to put anybody at risk and open prematurely. So just hang in there. I know it feels like it's been forever. It feels like it's been forever for me as well. But hang in there. We will get through this, right? We will get through this together. We'll get through this remaining healthy and happy. So let me tell you a little bit about our practitioners. They're here to support you. And so if you are feeling a little antsy and you are feeling that urge to, maybe go get out in the world, call a practitioner. Stay safe, right? Call a practitioner. We have a list of practitioners' phone numbers on our website, visioncsl.org, and you can call one. We can get one-on-one prayer. We can get together and pray together and know the truth for ourselves. So please do that. If there's anything on your heart right now, contact a practitioner. Go to our website, contact a practitioner, and get prayer support. There is also on our website, you can submit a prayer request online. Please do that. If there is something on your heart, again, please contact the website and allow us to pray for you. If you want to call back, one of our licensed practitioners will call you back, pray with you over the phone, or leave a prayer on your voicemail, and that's a wonderful gift you can give to yourself, and you can allow the practitioners to pray for you. What else can I tell you? You are welcome here. So what I want to do is I want to remind you of that, even though you're not here in the room. And I know that we have that welcome on our welcome packet. So the welcome packet's not here, but the welcome is in our hearts all the time. So let's say it together, okay? Wherever you are, you know the phrase, right? Wherever you are, whoever you are, and wherever you are welcome here. You are safe, and you are loved. So just remember that. While we are separate and apart, just know that there is no separation in our hearts. We are one. We are together in spirit. And now I'm going to turn it over to the celebration team, and they will sing us into that place where we're prepared for meditation. Thank you.
There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. You are my reflection. There is only
Good morning. My name is Ann Napoli, and I am a licensed spiritual counselor here at Vision. I have a couple of quotes here to say, and then we'll go into 5 minutes of quiet meditation. Nothing is worth more than this day. You cannot relive yesterday. Tomorrow is still beyond your reach. And that is by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. The next quote is from our founder, Ernest Holmes. I love my past and my future, and I understand that they are but continuations of one unbroken chain of life. There is no future to be afraid of, and no past to bring discord into the present. And that is Ernest Holmes. The memorial candle memorial candle is burning today for founding member and dear friend Lou Schlentz. She was a great part of Vision, and we miss her very much. We know for Lynn that she is on her journey to the ever upward motion of energy and existence that we know. Also, the candle is burning for James Patrick Anderson, friend of Penny Carlber. And we also know for friends and family that everything is peaceful, calm, loving, and we know that Penny has made her transition into a higher and greater existence. And knowing that there is one God, one power, one source, one eternal all. There is nowhere where God is not. And God is within me. The God qualities of God are present always. And knowing this, I speak my word that all is well, all is God. We are experiencing an amazing time in the human existence. And I know in my bones that this is for our highest and greatest good, that each and every one of us is been given the time to go within, to look, to see what's important, to see who we really are. And that real us is emerging out into the world. Love, joy, freedom, equality, the power of God within us. We are awakening to the humanity of us. We are awakening to our connection to one another and to the planet, to the universe, to God. We are those God qualities, and everything is working for our highest and greatest good. We are so grateful for this community, for Vision, for Rev Patti, for all who work to bring this program to all of us. And we are great comfort to one another, and for that I am so grateful for having found this community and to share this community and to share this philosophy. I am grateful for knowing that simply speaking our word makes it so. And all of the joy, all of the abundance that is ours, we now claim and accept. And I release this into the law, knowing it is already so, by saying, and so it is.
I come to sing a song about hope. I'm not inspired much right now, but even so, I came out here to sing a song, so here I go. I guess I think that if I tinker long enough, one might appear. And look, it's here. One verse is done, the work's begun. I come to sing a song about hope. In spite of everything ridiculous and sad, though I'm beyond belief depressed, confused and mad. Well, I got dressed. I underestimated how much that would take. I didn't break until right now. I sing of hope and don't know how. So maybe I should can't substitute strength, because I'm strong enough. I got through lots of things I didn't think I could, and so did you. I know that's true. And so I sing a song about hope, though I can't guarantee there's something real behind it. We've got to try to show our children we can find it. And so today, when life is crazy and impossible to bear, it must be there. Fear never wins. That's what I hope. See, I said hope. The work begins.
Thank you for that beautiful song, Carol. You know, it's always a joy to have you here singing for us. And next time, I hope that we get to see you in person. That would be lovely, don't you think? So today, we're talking about this I know. This I know. So hang on. Put your seatbelts on. Strap in. It's going to be a while. No, I'm only kidding. This month's theme is Mindfulness for Mavericks. And I just think that's such a funny title. I mean, Mavericks, really? Mavericks, you know? When I think of the word maverick, you know, I go right back to the gunslinger, because that's how old I am. I go back to that gunslinger. Remember that old show? Anybody remember that old show? It was in black and white. James Garner, I think it was. I don't know. It ran forever, but it was an old Western, and it was gunslingers, and I don't know. It ran for a few years. And you know, when I think about our spiritual philosophy, our spiritual path, I don't think guns. You know, I really don't. I kind of like, I want to stay away from guns. I want to stay away from the gun references, you know, in my own life. So I try to be careful, and I try to be conscious around all of these gun references. And oh my God, there are so many gun references in the common jargon in this country. It just surprises me, right? You could start off with like bullet points, right? Whoever thought of that? Bullet points. And then, oh, there's always the getting triggered, right? We're doing that right now. Everybody's getting triggered. Then we have shooting down an idea, or lock, stock, and barrel, meaning the whole thing, you know, faster than a speeding bullet. That one's been around forever. And pulling the trigger on something, or dropping the hammer, or I got you in my sights. There's that, right? Lock and load, meaning, you know, get prepared, or get the lead out, right? Which means move it. Hot as a pistol. You know, hot as a pistol. All kinds of things. Going off half-cocked. That's another one. That's an old reference. And, oh, he's nothing but a flash in the pan. That's for you musket, muzzle loaders, and flintlock rifle people, okay? That's an old reference, a flash in the pan. Look it up. There is on target, shooting the breeze, right? How many of us shoot the breeze? Rapid fire, hit the mark. He's bulletproof, means nothing can touch him, right? We're loaded. Or loose cannon, we went in with guns blazing. Oh my God, I shot myself in the foot. That's another one, right? Or I'm shooting my mouth off, which I'm doing right now, okay? Shoot first, ask questions later. Oh, this is easier than shooting fish in a barrel. That's how many of them I can come up with. Shoot from the hip, shot in the dark, shooting blind, shelling out, right? When we have to pay for something, we're shelling out. Still, it's a gun reference. Taking aim. Nobody held a gun to your head. You took this on yourself. It's worth a shot. Oh my gosh, it just goes on and on. Taking out the big guns, overshooting the field, shooting for the gold, aim higher, aim lower. Just shoot me. Oh my God. There's just so much of it. There are so many gun-related expressions in this country. So what I'm thinking is that Science of Mind really did not have that in mind when they came up with that theme for their monthly magazine. I really don't think that when they used the word maverick that they were thinking gunslinger. So I did a little research. I went behind the scenes, as I do. Went to the dictionary, and here's what I have. A maverick, an unorthodox or independent-minded person. There you go. I'm hoping so anyway. I'm hoping that's what they had in mind. That's what I have in mind, okay? So like we discussed last week, we are all mavericks in this particular philosophy, aren't we? If you are attracted to this philosophy, if you're here, if you're listening, if you're online right now, if you are a member, right, and practice the science of mind and spirit, you are a maverick. You are that. An unorthodox, independent-minded person. And God bless us all that we are, right? Because we are the people who help change the world. You just have to accept that. We are the people who change the world after we have changed our own minds, right? This is our philosophy. Change your thinking, change your life. That's what we do. This I know. This philosophy changes our life. And more than that, it changes it in a direction we want to see change. If you don't want your life to change, too bad. It's going to change anyway. Change is the nature of life. That's what it does. It changes. Andy Warhol said this, "Never assume you are stuck with the way things are right now. Life changes every single moment, and so can you." And that's what we're talking about. Life is going to change anyway. Life is a constant series of changes. Everything in the manifest universe changes. Everything at the level of the physical changes. So why not practice this philosophy and have it change in the direction of your bliss? Have your life change consciously in the direction you desire. Because change is inevitable. It's going to happen anyway. You can fight it. You can go kicking and screaming all the way, and change will happen anyway. You can grab, and you can cling, and you can hold on with all your might, and change will happen anyway. Life is change. People will die. Crappy things will happen. Unexpected gifts will come your way. New people will come into your life and bless you. New people will come into your life and curse you. New things will break your way. Things will not break your way. And life will continue to unfold in all of its glory and all of its drama and all of its comedy. And all the while, your soul is loving the experiences. Because that's what your soul craves. It craves experience. It doesn't rate good experiences, bad experiences. You've come into this life to experience life. This I know. Change happens. And if we are awake, and if we are participating, and if we are doing our spiritual practice, we can be conscious enough to direct the demonstrations in our own lives. Ernest Holmes in Creative Mind said this, "Do we not see a visible world that seems to change? And if we do, how is it that it could come from something that never changes?" Yes, we do see a changing world, but back of it is changeless substance. The thing that changes is the thought or the form. The substance from which the form comes never changes. It is one and undivided and takes form through thought in all things. We prove this when we resolve all things into one source. All material things, so-called, can be reduced into formless substance. the sole activity of which must be thought or the movement of intelligence upon itself. That is the basis of the philosophy of science of mind. That is the basis for affirmative prayer, to change the conditions around us purposefully, consciously, right? So that we can experience the most that life has to offer. This I know. I know we do not grow by staying safe inside our comfort zone. Everything we want, everything we want to become, everything we want to have, everything we want to experience, all of it is located on the other side of our fear. It's all out there. It's all beyond our sphere of availability when we are safely tucked into our comfort zone. It is uncomfortable out there, beyond what we think is possible. And this means for us, if we desire growth, we must have the uncomfortable conversations, do the uncomfortable things, stretch in uncomfortable ways. Change is inevitable. Growth is an option. Ernest Holmes in the Science of Mind text said, "We cannot live a choiceless life. Every day, every moment, every second, there is a choice. If it were not so, we would not be individuals." Life will force change upon us. Growth is up to us. We can go through life just exchanging things at the same level of our consciousness. We can go through life just exchanging one crappy situation for another, right? We can choose to stay safely tucked inside our Kingdom One consciousness, the victim, for our whole lives, and blame other people, blame other places, blame other things for why we are where we are and why we are what we are. We can choose to remain the results of the worst things that ever happened to us, or we can choose to grow. Change is inevitable. Growth is our choice. In the practical application, and this is a practical spirituality, in the practical application of the science of mind and spirit, Ernest Holmes said this: "The power of choice with which man has been endowed is either his greatest blessing or his greatest curse. Properly understood, it can lift him to the heights. Misunderstood, it will drag him to the depths. He's free to choose anything he wishes, but he must accept the responsibility for his choices, because inexorable law will create his experiences according to his choices." Right? We don't get the life we deserve. We get the life we believe we deserve. It's up to us. The choice is always up to us. We can stay nice, tucked in, nice and safe, tucked into that Kingdom One consciousness and continue to blame the person or the situation or some event from the past as the reason why we can't be happy or we can't be successful or we can't be fulfilled. Or we can take that deep dive into ourselves. See, and that's us. That's the maverick in us. Takes the deep dive. Our choice. It is our choice. But as practitioners of the science of mind and spirit, that's who and what we are, right? It is our choice to take that deep dive, and we do. The deep dive is where the growth is. Shining the light in the dark places within us, that is where the growth is. And you know how it is, right? Somebody pushes our buttons and we get all lit up and we get offended by, right? We get offended by, this person offended me, that thing offended me. But the person is not responsible for your pain. Your past is. The button's been there for years, most likely. And the people come by and they say something and they light you up. And you know what? That's the gift they're giving you. That's the gift. That's the point to the place where you have not done your work of healing. Staying the victim means when you get your button pushed, you blame the person in front of you. They did this to me. They hurt my feelings. They offended me. They're the meanie ones. Or you can use the event to go within. Oh my gosh, look at me. I still have that button. I didn't even know it was there. I still have that button. What does that mean to me? Let me look in there. Let me shine the light in there. What does that mean to me? What do I need to do? Who do I need to forgive? And sometimes it's yourself, right? Sometimes it's ourselves. Or what do I need to do for the healing? What do I need to know in order to release this so that the healing can occur? And that's the scary work. That's the work we are encouraged to do. The scary work of shining the light on the dark places within us when they get lit up by someone else, to find out why it's there, when it was put there, how long ago it was, and how to heal it. How to heal it. And you know, what I know is that it's so much easier to blame somebody else for why we feel the way we do, or why we are the way we are, or why we can't move on. It's so much easier to blame the button pusher instead of the button. But here's the thing. I think the reason it is so scary for us to go within, to do that deep dive, I think the reason why it's so scary for some of us to do that work is because we think we're doing it alone. We think we're the only ones in there. And I think that's why it's so scary for some of us to take that deep dive within. But this I know. We are never alone. We are never alone. We have within us universal intelligence, spirit, eternal, creator of all things, that highest and best within us, our highest and best self, the spirit with a capital S within us, to know the truth for us as well. And in the spiritual universe in us, Ernest Holmes said this. He said, there is within each of us an intelligence which may be called upon, utilized, and experienced. Blessed are they who have not seen, in confidence believe, and recognize that in themselves the Creator of all things has poured itself forth, the supreme gift, the ability to choose for ourselves what we will think, and thus create for ourselves a life filled with all good we can imagine. That exists within us. Ernest Holmes said healing is our birthright. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that's the work that we as Mavericks do. We do the healing work. We do the deep dive within ourselves so that we can own our healing. And then we become healers for the world. That's what we do. That's what this philosophy is about. And you're here because you are attracted to this teaching, this philosophy, because you are a maverick, because you have committed yourself to your own healing first, your own healing first, and then to be the facilitator of the healing of others. In Questions and Answers of the Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes said this. He said, to have complete authority over our thought and constantly direct its activities along constructive channels will heal all things for us. That's what he said. And that's why we have said yes to the science of mind and spirit. That's why you've said yes to the science of mind and spirit. That's why I said yes to the science of mind and spirit. I can't heal you. I am the facilitator. I'm the finger pointing to the healer. I'm the button pusher. Like dropping a pebble in the pond, our healing goes out from there, doesn't it? It goes out from there, and then others are given that same atmosphere to do their own healing work, to facilitate their own healing. That's what we do. This is what I know. And I've said this in the past as far as ministers in this philosophy. We comfort the afflicted and we afflict the comfortable. Because that's where the growth is, in the discomfort. The growth is in the discomfort. And because we believe healing is our birthright, we will sit with you in your discomfort. And you will heal through it. That's what we do. That is what we do. I'll tell you what I won't do. I will not sit with you and enable you to stay in your kingdom one consciousness and tell you it's okay. Oh, poor thing, it's okay there. You're broken. Oh, well, what are we going to do? I'm not going to do that. You don't get to stay there and stay here. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Yes, we'll sit with you. Yes, as religious science practitioners and ministers, we sit with you. We hold your hand. We meet you where you are, but we don't want you to stay there. I don't want you to build a house in Kingdom One consciousness and stay a victim forever. You sitting there in your illusion. I want you to be disillusioned. Disillusioned. I want to separate you from your illusion so that you move through it, so that you grow beyond it. Because, why? Because healing is our birthright. Healing is our birthright. And everything that you desire in your life is on the other side of your fear. And you are afraid to go beyond it. The science of mind and spirit provides the tools to go beyond it. Ernest Holmes said, all thoughts of doubt concerning one's ability to heal come from the belief that it is the personality and not the law that does the healing. You're not responsible for your own healing. Spirit heals. I'm not responsible for healing you. Spirit heals. To shine the light in the dark places, to find a way through, a way out of your self-imposed limitations. Those limitations we put on ourselves because of trauma, because of past experience, because of the loveless things that people can do to one another. Well, it's our job to heal through that. It's our job to heal past that. We are capable of healing. Healing is our birthright. This I know. Ernest Holmes in Love and Law said this: the principle of healing is not only in our thought, but in the medium through which thought operates. It is a mistake to say, I heal, or you heal. It heals. Spirit heals. Because what does it do? It reveals. Spirit heals by revealing the truth. And the truth is, within us is that place that is never harmed, never hurt, never disillusioned, never less than, never suffering discord, because it is that place within us where spirit resides eternally. It is that place within us that knows eternal life, that knows we are greater than anything. I mean, isn't it wonderful for you to put down your illusion of brokenness to get a glimpse at your glory? Just for a minute, get a glimpse at your glory, at this magnificent being that you are, this spirit in form that you are. Because once you get a glimpse, you won't be happy going back to Kingdom One. Your life is the unfolding of spirit. You have an opportunity, you have a responsibility to be the spiritual magnificence that you are. And as Mavericks, unorthodox, independent-minded person, we support each other as we proceed through the process in healing. But we each must do our own work. We are each responsible for our own work. I cannot heal you. You cannot heal you. Spirit does the healing. We hold the space as religious science practitioners and ministers and congregants and members. We hold the space for each other. We hold the light for healing to happen on your behalf as you do the work, and Spirit heals through your willingness. Spirit heals through your willingness, for your desire to experience perfect, whole, and complete. This I know. This I know. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a spiritual community to heal ourselves. We do this in spiritual community. We get to heal ourselves in community because we know for each other, and we give each other the space, the container in which this work is done. Spirit does it. Spirit does it, but we are willing. Even the little willingness, even the little crack in the door, we are willing. And then growth happens. And then growth happens. We become more of what Spirit desires for us to be. We live the life of Spirit in form in all of its glory, in all of its spiritual magnificence. We awaken to the truth of who we are. And we are Spirit in form. We are absolutely perfect, whole, and complete in every way. And it is up to us to demonstrate that. Demonstrate that. And when we accept the truth of who we are, we do demonstrate that. Like I said, change is inevitable. It happens. Growth is up to us. This I know. Thank you very much.
Hello, Vision. So I wanted to introduce this song, Hope, putting it into a little bit of context. It was written by a young lady who was in high school. I believe she was about 14 years old. And she was about to have spinal surgery, unexpectedly. And so she wrote this song as a letter to her future self, as a way to move through the daunting prospect of having this really potentially life-changing surgery. And I was really moved by this song. The first time I heard it, I just cried, and I listened to it again, and I cried again. But there was just something so striking about this young lady's optimism in the face of, what would many of us would be considered dire circumstances. And but even in her own personal circumstance, how, she just encapsulated so much of uncertainty that we're all going through at this moment of what the future might hold for us. And but her ability to imagine a life for herself beyond that she spoke to herself and imagined her life 2 years ahead of her, 5 years ahead of her. And I think that's a wonderful thing to hold on to, that even now we're in the midst of all of this uncertainty. What if we could project and imagine collectively that type of future? Because certainly the younger generation behind us deserve for us to do so much better and leave a better world for them. So in that spirit, offering up this song. Thank you for your invitation again to commune with you. Be well, be healthy. I love you and miss you all.
Dear future me, I'm just asking how it's going. I know times have been changing. I hope you're fine. Dear future me, with all the choices I've been making, chase the dream or chase the paycheck, were my parents really right? I've been worrying and praying about how my life turns out, and I'm dreaming of living when I know what life's about. I hope someday I'll have my life together in a way looks better, and I'd say there's nothing I can't be. Dear future story, dear future me, dear future me. 2 years have passed by quickly, and I'm always second guessing, does it ever end? Dear future me, I admit that I've been struggling, no idea what I'm doing, but I hope for what comes next. I've been worrying and praying about how my life turns out, and I'm dreaming of living when I know what life's about. I hope someday I'll have my life together in a way where everything looks better, and I'd say there's nothing I can't be. Dear future story, dear future me, 5 years gone by, I'm where I wanna be. It turned out fine, it's better than I could foresee. Dear future me, I'm just asking how it's going. I know times are changing, I hope you're doing fine. I hope someday I'll have my life together in a way where everything looks better, and I'd say there's nothing I can't be. Dear future story, dear future story, dear future story, dear future me.
Thank you, Carol, for that lovely song. Like I said, I just, I look forward to us all being back together in one room. It'll be so much fun. We'll get to appreciate it so much more as well. Thank you so much for your beautiful music and your lovely voice. We so honor you. Now it is time for conscious circulation. This is our opportunity to give back to those places that spiritually nourish us. And if vision is it for you, this is the appropriate place for your donation. I know everything is being done online right now, so remember your conscious circulation, your conscious giving. Remember, whether it's done through your bank or through PayPal or whatever. I don't even know all the places in which you can donate. But remember that. Bring that into your mind right now as we go within to know the abundance, to know that that support of places that are spiritually nourishing you are doing the work of spirit on earth as you would see it done. So let us go within and just know that's conscious circulation, that we are living in the eternal giving and receiving of spirit. We know and accept whatever good we receive. We know it is from spirit. We know spirit is forever supporting its creations, and we are that. So we stand forever in the river of God's abundance, and we stand open-hearted and open-handed. We accept gratefully. We give graciously. We remain in the flow of giving and receiving, knowing that there is always more good. There is always more God. We can never outgive God because God is forever giving of itself, giving of its energy. And what we know is that the more we say yes, the more the universe says yes to us. So giving great thanks for this good that we are passing forward, knowing that we are receiving as well. I call it all good, and so it is. Hi. Thank you for contributing. Thank you for your gift to Vision. It keeps us doing what we're doing in the community, within these walls, outside of these walls now, for sure. So thank you for that. And now is the time for the Miracle Minute, and I wanted to share the Miracle Minute from one of our practitioners, Michael Leslie, who had a procedure done on Friday. He went through it wonderfully. It was a heart procedure. He had 2 stents put in. I think he said he's up to 24 now, I think. Yes. But the open heart surgery was not necessary right now, so he's happy, he's healing. We are sending him love and thoughts and prayers, and just knowing absolutely that prayer changes the conditions around, as demonstrated. And that was his share for this week. I love that. I love that he contacted us. He reached out and said, hey, I'm in the Miracle Minute for this week. So if you have had a demonstration of answered prayer, it is your opportunity to email me, Rev Patti at visioncsl.com. Let me know your demonstration of answered prayer so I can speak to it from the lectern as well, because what we know is that prayer changes things. It absolutely does. And you know what time it is now, right? Yeah, you know. Now it's time for The Last Word by Johnny Kirko.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, everybody. Nice to see all of you. So, a little technical glitches this morning. If this thing isn't right above me, we'll worry about it later. A couple of things. So, first of all, we have our Vision meet and greet today. Right now, as a matter of fact, it's starting right after our celebration. Join us. We've got some practitioners in there. We can do some prayer with you, or we can just say hello to you. So come and join us. I know that Paul's got it, the instructions in the Facebook, or you can go to the email I sent you yesterday, and love to have you be in there. We're still doing the uplifts each day at 1 o'clock Pacific time. Rev Patti Paris is continuing to do a bunch of those. We also have our practitioners doing on Saturday. So if you want to be a part of that, you can join us on Facebook, or you can join us on our website, always available. Reverend Jean Phillips started a class last week called The Art of Uncertainty, and she is saying there's one more chance to go ahead and join it. So tomorrow night you can join again at 5 o'clock. There's information also in the email or on our website, tells you exactly how to do it, but there's still space available. It's a Zoom class, and there's three more weeks left. So this Wednesday, we have a very special concert with Mr. Andy Anderson and Nathan Fry. So we are doing this right here in our space, but you can't come. So don't come. You're live only. We're doing this through Facebook and our website, so you can come be a part of that. And it's a request night. So from 6 to about 7:30, Andy and Nathan are going to be singing all their great music. So you can join us. You can go through Facebook and tell us what you want to do, or you can email. You can email me at info@visioncsl.com, and I can send that over to Andy and tell him what songs that you would like to hear. So that's, again, Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock. I've been asking a little bit about a core council. If you'd like to join the core council and you're a member of Vision, we'd love to have you be a part of that with us. You can send an email to us on info@visioncsl.com. We will be looking for 2 new members coming July. So if you'd like to be a part, see us. How about Karole Foreman, huh? Karole Foreman! Karole Foreman! I love you. And Mark Danisovszky. So the way that worked was Mark came in this week, did the piano, got it all set up, sent the video over to Karole. Karole sang it. Mark synced it in. These two put together a really great 2 songs. Thank you very much, both you guys, for all the work. And I want to mention to you, Karole's going to be on a show this Thursday on CBS called Broke. It starts at 9:30 on Thursday. She's a special guest in there, so you can be a part of that. Next week, Rev Patti Paris is back. Her talk title is Meditate, 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 Go. It's almost like a song. And it's Father's Day, so guess who's our guest singer? Joe Rathburn, always Joe Rathburn, so come and be a part of that with us. I also want to mention to you, since it is Father's Day, I'm doing the Dads and Grads program, so I want you to send us pictures of your dads so that I can put them up on our service at the beginning of service next week, and also any graduations. I saw a couple of our grads who came through, so I want to see those pictures as well. We'll post them next week at the beginning of our celebration. So I've talked to you a little bit about our fiscal year-end fundraiser. We're trying to raise a couple dollars to make sure we're in the black at the end of this year. We have a congregant who is willing to give up to $2,500 and match whatever monies we get. I've gotten some dollars in. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Keep on sending those in. We're hoping to do that. And then at the end of this year, we'll be in the black exactly the way we thought we were going to be. So thank you very much. And thanks for all the donations you guys have been giving to us. I appreciate it. Go to Facebook. Go to YouTube. Subsplash, PayPal, and our website. Those are the 3 places. Love you guys. See you. Bye.
Good. You got that? Got all that info? We're still the happening place to be, even though we're doing it long distance. Now is the time for our affirmations. So wherever you are, stand up. I want you to really, really feel grounded in the truth of these affirmations. We're going to say them out loud. We're going to say them for ourselves, to know the truth for ourselves. We're going to say it for each other, to know the truth on behalf of all Vision members everywhere. You ready? You with me? Okay, let's do this thing. I love and approve of myself. That's, wow. Okay, let's go to the second one. My possibilities are endless. My thoughts and opinions are valuable. I love that. I absolutely love them. They're powerful affirmations. They speak to the truth of us. And really, I'm going to go back to number 1. I think we need to know that for sure before we leave the celebration today. Okay, let's say it once more. I love and approve of myself. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know this for myself as well as for all life everywhere. So let us go within and know for sure that God is all there is. God is all there is. It is making itself known. It is having an experience through us and as us. We know that we are some undifferentiated part of the whole life of Spirit. Spirit has poured everything that it is into us. And we know that we demonstrate that. To the extent we believe, we embody, we absolutely allow it to flow through us, around us, changing the conditions of our own life, and then being that container, being that space for others to change their lives in our presence. I give great thanks for all the good. I know it is all God, and so it is. Amen. Thank you so much for being here.